Hello all, I'm leaving work with the time change. I don't know why it gets to me every time, every year, but I'm so exhausted. Oh, sorry for yawning. But just leaving work, going home. My dog's been great still, thank God. Hopefully it stays that way. And sorry, I have to keep checking. Make sure no cars. New guy still, very much in touch. I cut him off last night and said, sorry, I'm dozing, my eyes, I'm gonna go to sleep. So he's like, yeah, me too. So very much in touch. I actually said to him, busy day. I'll reach out later. I mean, he's retired. So, I don't know why I keep yawning. But I did have a few moments. My bosses are going away on vacation. So we had a little meeting. And so I had a few minutes not to start anything before, waiting for him to say, come on, let's have the meeting. So, I don't know why this is doing this. But, so I looked at some questions to ask. Well, I actually put in questions to ask on a first date. And a lot of the questions I already asked because we talked on the phone for, I'm so sorry, for over 2 hours. And then we went out Saturday night. So, but one thing that I'm going to ask him, what about my profile? Like, did you like that you reached out to me? Best gift you ever received. So that's, oh God. Oh, why? I'm yawning so much. My eyes are tearing. What was your best date ever? And there he is, texting me. Very much in touch, this guy. Which is nice, but I hope it's not like, a constant thing. So I hope he doesn't say, best date ever was Saturday night with you. Say, okay, before you met me. And last book he read, to see if he's a reader, because he said he does read books. A movie that he can watch over and over again. His absolute favorite food. I found out he doesn't eat seafood. Little downer, but I do. So go somewhere where I can get seafood. Last movie he saw in the movie theater. So this will tell me if he's like, oh, I can't even remember. Well, then he doesn't go to the movies. So I want to say after the Barbie movie, I think I went to another movie. Can't remember though. Favorite artist, like I told him, John Mellencamp is like my favorite of all time. So, a fear of his. My fear is losing one of my children or my granddaughter. Like, that is the biggest fear. That, like, when they were little, being kidnapped, now losing them, God forbid. God, I don't know how a parent loses a child or a grandchild, and I don't know how you get past it. Hope I never find out. A household chore that he does not like, which mine is the bathroom, people. Did he have a childhood nickname? I did. Convoy. The best time of his life that he ever had, like, as a child. The most beautiful view he's ever saw. I I would have to say, up in the helicopter, in going into the Grand Canyon, that was just gorgeous, or the sunset on the cruise. Most so, I did that. Something that's something expensive, but you feel is worth it. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Worth it would mean that you would spend, well, I think a cruise is not cheap, but I think it's worth it. It's like several vacations in one, in my opinion. You get the luxury of a hotel, you get the luxury of, everything's included. Well, not alcohol, but, as far as your food, not the excursions, but you get to go to different places and see different places, rather than you're at Jamaica, you're at, like, my bosses are going to St. Thomas. I loved St. Thomas. That was probably one of my favorite places. That and Grand Cayman. Those two I just loved. So, I don't know. Most expensive. Probably a most expensive thing in this world is a house, and that to me is worth it. Favorite TV show? It was Friends. I mean, I'm not just saying that because Matthew Perry passed. Me and my kids were like Friends fanatic. Friends and Big Bang. Those were the two. And favorite TV show character? Now, I would have to say, of all times, favorite. That's a hard one, because I loved Archie Bunker. Was he racist? Was he off the wall? It was character, though. Was he, off the wall? Was he, but he was funny. He said exactly what was on his mind. Of course, someone was writing for him. I don't know if he had lived, but going back in the day, I liked Quincy. Oh, what's his name? Oh, from The Odd Couple. I can't remember his name, but I really liked him. Most embarrassing thing. I would have to say the most embarrassing thing that has happened to me is when I was going through my stomach issues. I just had no control and just had to go home and change my pants, take a shower, change my pants. It just, I don't know. It was road closed. Okay, let's go to the detour. Why is this guy going down there? Oh my God, this is not gonna be fun, people. I think I'm gonna have to go 9 to work, which is a little longer. I think it's longer. Well, because 9 is longer. But I'm assuming this is the way the person went this morning that knew this way. But I don't. I'll just go this way in the morning. No big deal. Ugh. It smells like a wet animal. Ugh, it's gross. So my question to all of you is, sorry for this road is horrible. The jiggling of the phone. But so what is my best date ever was so far, and I think I've said this before, it was Frank said, he sandwiches. He said, oh, can you bring, a comforter, blanket, or something? I brought a comforter. And God, this is like horrible. And we went to the beach, and he had everything. And he had candles that you would light, but it was too windy for them. So, we're in a day and age now of, battery operated. So that'll be good. That was, if we would have had those. But it was so nice watching the sunset, having a picnic dinner, sitting there together. It was just perfect. And because he put a lot of thought into it, what the hell? Oh my God. Is this the way I go? Oh my God. This is telling me detour is this way, but I'm thinking I could go that way. But we'll find out. Why is this closed? Hopefully this is Texas Road right up here. But there's another. What's it? Oh my God. What the hell is going on? Oh my God. Hope it doesn't take me all around the mulberry bush. So that was really like the perfect date. And it didn't cause it, just because, like I said, he put so much thought and effort and everything into the date, and just planned it out. I think this is Texas Road. Yes, it is. So we're closed. In the morning, that's gonna be fun. Everybody looping around. Yeah, so that was really the best first date. Not first date, best date. I would say he was my best first date. Well, best first meeting, best first date. Because the first meeting, we sat in Dunkin' and we talked, and then neither one of us wanted it to end, so then we walked and we talked. I mean, there wasn't anything we didn't talk about. And this guy, that's kind of like, we talk about anything and everything. But Frank, I was a little like shy at that point. I wouldn't have brought anything sexually up because, not that it, worked out pretty good for me anyway with him. But our first date met in the Home Depot parking lot. Then I got in his car. We went to the Chinese place, and we're like, oh no, we think they're trying to close. So he didn't want to. He's like, oh, want to go get coffee at Dunkin'? Is there a Dunkin' around here? Yes. So we went to the Dunkin', and we got coffee, and we sat there till 1:30 in the morning. He's like, I have to get up at 6:30 for work. I hate to say this, but I have to go. We have to, I need to get some sleep. Okay. So it was like, and that's how it was for the date the other night. He didn't want it to end. He thought I was just after dinner and going to say goodbye, see ya. So I thought it was sweet that he took my daughter's dog and walked her while I walked Jazzy, not just like stood next to me and, oh, here you go. So, yeah, so it was nice. Time will tell. I became a great aunt again. My goddaughter, who no one knew she was pregnant. She didn't tell anybody. She says she didn't find out till August. I don't know. The baby's adorable. It's a girl. Adorable. Just adorable. And she has really long fingers. And she's just so cute. But it was she's kind of I don't know. The guy she's with is, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but he kind of is too controlling. We hadn't seen her since June. Still haven't seen her. Well, they went to the hospital to see the baby. But I think we're all hurt. I mean, I can't imagine as a parent, like, getting a phone call. Hi, Ma, she's here. What do you mean she's here? I had a baby today. What? Like, as parents, I can't imagine what my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, what was going through their heads. Because my nephew lost it, her brother. We were in the diner. I think that diner is never going to forget us. That'll be a dinner we'll never forget. I don't know. My kids still hurt. My daughter and her were like sisters, so she's really hurting. You think in that situation she might say to somebody, like one of her cousins that she's close with another cousin of hers, like she is with my daughter, and you think she would, and she's like, why didn't you tell us? And she's like, I didn't know how to. I'm pregnant. Send it, like, if you're so afraid. That my sister-in-law and brother, my niece, her sister was pregnant and not married. And I mean, she was dating the guy, and they got married, and I have to say, probably the best, best marriage out of all her siblings, I think. I mean, I could be wrong, but there's not much of a crowd. I should have went in. I don't know what I'm eating for dinner. I have no food in my house. Still, I've not gone food shopping. Saturday, I know, it's Tuesday. Saturday, my son is going to do some food shopping at Whole Foods for me. And they're actually bringing my granddaughter to me Saturday. So I said, oh, well, I can bring her to you, later on and get my food. And then, so, I don't know. We'll see what he says. He didn't answer me on that. But, yeah, so how would you deal with that? Like, how hurt? Like, I'm her godmother. Like, my niece at one time thought she was pregnant, and she confided in me. And said, okay, she wasn't, thank goodness, because she was very young. But how is the parent and her siblings? Like, I'm hurt. Like I said, I think I'm over it. Baby's here, she's been texting me every day. She sent me pictures and said we're going home. So maybe this is the wake-up call she needed. Like, I'm gonna need my family. I can't do this alone. My daughter's very stubborn. My son is just an emotional person. So I think my son will come around before my daughter, unfortunately. My daughter is at a conference close to her aunt's house, and she was going to go there. And then she's like, I don't think I'm going in light of everything, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, maybe you should, because I think it probably would be the best thing. Like, it really will probably be the best thing for her. Like, to go see my sister-in-law And she said she can't even look at a picture. She told my son, I can't even look at a picture of the baby. I just, maybe she goes to my sister-in-law and hugs her and cries with her. And maybe my sister-in-law can help her get past this and say, you know, we're all hurt. We're all, you know, how do you think I feel? I'm her mother. Didn't even know my daughter was pregnant. And then I get a call that she had a baby. I mean, we thought she was telling her she was pregnant. And here it is, she had a baby. So, I don't know. I still didn't get rid of this mustache. I really have to do this tonight. Oh my God. But, yeah, so I am almost home. It's getting very dark, so hard to see me. But, yeah, so I don't know. I don't think my children would keep something like that from me. We're close enough, but you never know. You never know. So, but I don't know. So, lots of things in my head today. Lots of things. So, I'm gonna go home, walk my dog. Hopefully she was a good girl today. And we will take it from there. Don't know what I'm gonna eat because, like I said, no food in my house. And I was eating Uncrustables. So, it's a little darker in here. Oh, there's a car behind me helping me out with the light. Alright, so I will say goodbye to you all until next time.